Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking, Divine Debut 11. I do hope that you are all doing well. Today, the 20th of August of 2024. I was going to say 2023, I don't know why. Looks like I'm a year behind. How is everyone? How are you all? I hope you're all doing well. We've just had the full moon in Aquarius. Difficult full moon, difficult. And so much astrology going on at this point that anything can happen, as this full moon was quite stressful. It was an amazing sight. Did you go out and have a look? Super moon, very huge, very intriguing, very beautiful to look at anyway. But it was in a very difficult aspect to Uranus from Taurus. And we've got a couple of difficult T-squares, which are pressure building aspects relative to our lives at this time. I mean, Venus, my dear friends, Venus in Virgo now, not in a strong position. She's in opposition to Saturn, and she's also squaring off to Gemini, to Jupiter and Mars. So the lovers of the zodiac, Venus and Mars, are in a square aspect. To me, a square means we're getting active and we're proactive and doing something about what it is that we desire, which is what is Venus is, and Mars is the action, the desire, the energy put into creating something. Okay. Of course, Mars there in Gemini, they're both in a Mercury ruled sign, and Mercury is still retrograde, transiting through Leo now. Having left Virgo, where he's stationed, to turn retrograde, Mercury came back. That's why we've got a lot of things concerning the past that are returning to revisit, to relook at. And Mercury's had his Cazimi just before, a few hours before that full moon. His Cazimi, which is him connecting with the sun and being energized. That light bulb moment coming on, some sort of a bright idea on those sort of last degrees of Leo. And obviously Mercury was there at the full moon with the sun in opposition to the full moon in Aquarius. So possibly this full moon in Aquarius will be showing us some things that we need to look at. They are concerning the past, obviously, since we're in retrograde season. Okay. And Venus is not only opposing Saturn in Pisces from Virgo, but she's also squaring off to Jupiter and Mars. And Jupiter and Mars are squaring off to Saturn. It is a big deal because we've had these two big pressure points in the sky concerning the fixed signs as well as the mutable signs. Of course, fixed means being stuck, right? Not wanting to change, and the mutable signs are about change. So it is a time of change, and we're coming up to eclipses as well. So that full moon, my dear friends, that was the last full moon before the next full moon a month from now, which is going to be a lunar eclipse in the sign of Pisces. Since we had a full moon in Aquarius, the next sign is Pisces, where we're going to have a full moon, and it is at those last degrees of Pisces, so therefore will affect more so the mutable parts of our chart, or the mutable signs being Pisces, Virgo, Sagittarius and Gemini. Uranus is the unpredictable. So since this full moon was squared by Uranus squared off to the sun in Leo and to the moon in Aquarius. Okay, Leo is leadership, kingship, Leo is the heart. Uranus is change. Uranus transiting through Taurus, which is all about security. I don't know if I can make these changes. I don't know if I can follow my heart. But the moon came through in Aquarius to give us those bright ideas. Remember the moon in Aquarius filling out, being squared by its ruling planet, Uranus, says that change needs to happen. We will be having tower moments, even though they do say the things that are happening before the full moon, coming up and leading up to the full moon, will be shown. Maybe they've been shown to us somehow, some way. But remember, after a full moon comes a new moon, and we're going to start to build towards that in a couple of weeks from now, which will be in a Virgo. Practical matters, right? What we're servicing, what we're working on. Being able to discern from the illusion opposite Neptune and Pisces, right? And Saturn transiting through Pisces. Saturn and Neptune in Pisces, as now the moon has filled out. It's going to show us, because it received the light from the sun. Now the moon has ingressed a few hours after that full moon into Pisces, and the moon, which is our emotions, things that are hidden, our psyche, anything to do with our home, our emotional state, our emotional body, is coming up to Saturn, and therefore the moon will oppose Venus. And Venus is not only love, money, relationships, self-worth. She's also about practical, physical, tangible matters as she's transiting through Virgo. Mercury has also squared off to Uranus. Mercury from Leo squaring over to Uranus, and that's about information coming in, right? As Mercury, the messenger of the gods, has connected with the king, has dined with the king, has received the information. The information could be coming in suddenly and unexpectedly when you least expect it. And emotionally, we need to mature, get grounded, and see things from a practical, real reality point of view, and make the necessary changes. And if we're not able to make them ourselves, then Spirit is making the changes for us. So let's see what is going on. We've got some nice aspects too. They're not only difficult and challenging. Remember that when there's been a lack of change, a lack of the ability to make the changes, then that's why, like symphonic orchestra, let's say, the planets and the energies and their connections through the sky are reflecting on our lives down here. And since there's a battle of the titans, just the fact that we've got even Jupiter from Gemini squaring off to Saturn, which is the first quarter square, which the first difficult aspect from their conjunction late in 2020 when they connected. So this is the first race, let's say. As I said, squares are proactive, squares are challenging, but they bring the changes, the necessary changes for us, to us, and we've got to run with the punches, right? Change is healthy. Let's see what the Karma Dharma is. Thank you, Spirit, today, the 20th of August, or whenever you receive this message. And we've got the Hierophant. The Hierophant in this deck is, of course, we could see that he's in meditation, he's praying. Some of us may be needing to hold the faith, to keep the faith, and the Hierophant is Taurus. This is where Uranus is transiting, and our goal, Medusa, right? The Gorgon with a head of snakes, which is not an easy energy at all. So whatever is being challenged, forced, because Uranus in Taurus, which Taurus is the most fixed sign of the four, fixed signs being Taurus, opposite Scorpio, Leo and Aquarius, which are the fixed signs that are being challenged more so at this time because of this full moon and its T-square to Uranus. Since the T-square is pointing to, and the pressure point is pointing to Uranus in Taurus, look at your charts and look at the area of Taurus. Which part of your life does Taurus rule? Which house? How we can relieve that pressure is look to the opposite sign of Scorpio. Scorpio is opposite Taurus. Okay, so Scorpio is about change. It's about a death and a metamorphosis. It's about those skeletons in the closet, which will be revealed, and they can relate to fears. They can relate to secrecy, to mysticism, to anything intimate, emotionally, physically intimate relationships, secretive relationships, those psychic, I should say, those fears of the psyche, which would be Scorpio and Pluto. Pluto is ready to ingress back into, from Aquarius back into Capricorn, and finish off the job. What is this job? What is it that we're needing to finish? What cycle, what major cycle are we meant to finish relative to the Capricorn area of our chart? I just got the goosebumps. Pluto is playing a major role in our lives at this point, and Pluto is going back into Capricorn, which Capricorn is also, it's world leaders, it's the elite, and it's what we're trying to manifest, because the natural Capricorn house is the 10th house of career, our goals, our social standing, reputation, our social standing. Who are we out there in the world? How do people know us in the world? What are we trying to accomplish? We've got one last chance with Pluto that will be retrograding back into Capricorn, into that 29th anaretic degree, which is like a cutthroat energy, if you ask me. It's like now or never. It's got to be done now or never. That's it. No more chances with Pluto. What's going on? We need to keep the faith. The Hierophant does speak to our beliefs, to a spiritual guidance. I mean, the Hierophant could be a spiritual guru, someone you're hoping will give you the answers, someone that's there to advise, to support you. Yes, this could be someone on a collective scale that is a leader in the church, something to do with guidance. Remember that the Hierophant is also institutions, companies, it rules family, it rules obviously religion, it rules corporate bodies. Taurus is also our money, our finances. It rules the natural second house. That's where Uranus is, bringing in lots of changes ever since Uranus entered Taurus in 2018. Roughly there. Bringing big changes. Remember, Taurus rules the natural second house, which is our resources, our money, our security. It rules land, it rules banking, it rules money, it rules values and self-worth and our resources. Nevertheless, what we intake, our five senses, all these things are the Taurus natural second house. which is ruled by Venus, and Venus now is in good aspect from Virgo to Taurus. We've got Chiron retrograde through Aries in a positive aspect trine to the Sun and to Mercury. Chiron is that open wound. It's something that we need to either surgically remove, because Chiron does rule surgery. It could be literal or metaphorical. The Sun, trining over to the Sun through Leo, will help the fire signs cut away, be able to heal through good communication, through and relative to matters of the heart, matters to our children or what we're creating. Remember, Leo, it's still the Leo season, and happy birthday if you're celebrating your birthday. If you are celebrating your birthday now on this full moon in Aquarius, you're going to be carrying these challenging aspects for the year, unfortunately, but this will bring this will get you unstuck from any difficult situations you were stuck in. There will be a lot of growth for you. But nevertheless, Chiron is a resolution. It's the key. It's the key to unlock the heart. It's the key to unlock your creativity, your authentic, true self, and what your heart truly desires and loves. There is the possibility, and I get the Empress energies. Remember, this is Taurus, and Taurus, of course, is the Empress, right? Empress is ruled by Venus. And Leo is about giving birth to something. Even though there's so much going on, we need to continue on our path, hold on to the faith. Remember that Venus is squaring over to Jupiter as well, the two benefic planets from Virgo to Gemini, both signs of Mercury, and Mercury has been retrograding in Virgo, gone back now into Leo, is still retrograde until the 28th of this month of August, and then will station to turn direct. And as he does turn direct and covers the same degrees that he did, so he affected, his retrograde obviously affected the last, those of you that have got any planets, they're around the last decan of the fixed signs, so Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus, as well as the mutable signs that have got any planets in the first few degrees, first 5 degrees, let's say, of the mutable signs, Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius, and Gemini. So it's been a very strong, very, very powerful Mercury retrograde. And Mercury has just squared off to Uranus, so expect information. This is the second square that they're having since the beginning of the month. And they will be squaring off again one more time in September. And end of August, we've got some wonderful aspects with Venus connecting well to Uranus. Wonderful surprises with money, self-worth, values, and love. And also she'll be connecting also with Neptune in an opposition. Hopefully we'll be able to see, because an opposition is like a full moon where we get to see what's been hidden. So relative to that dream, Venus in practical Virgo, in diligent Virgo, in perfectionist Virgo, in purification Virgo, in healthy matters, healthy relationships, healthy environment where work is concerned, being able to service, but looking at things from a practical perspective. And Neptune opposite is the dream. Maybe we'll get to see if what we've been hoping to manifest is real or not. Can it be manifested or not? Let's see. what the messenger brings us today. We're using the Arcanum Tarot, my dear friends, and I just wanted to mention that I've gotten back to most of you relative to your love message of last Wednesday, the Twin Flame Soulmate Connection reading. If you haven't checked out your message, then do so. We'll be doing another one tomorrow, so do connect with us. Those of you that missed out on getting a personal love message, do join us tomorrow on the premiere. Let's see what's going on. I'm going to do a 5-card spread today, I feel. Let's see what's going on in the now. We've got a Knight of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Quick information coming in. Some maybe difficult truths. Where are we coming from in the past? 8 of Swords, a lot to do with perception, communication, or a lack thereof. Anything to do with legalities as well. 8 of Swords coming from the past is like where our perception is concerned, we're felt blocked. The inability to see the truth. We see she's blindfolded. So there are things relative to her perception that she doesn't know. And this is like a self-imprisoning situation. Let's see what's going on. We've got a 7 of Wands, which is like feeling like the world is up against us. There's, as much as I've been pushing through, working hard, because there's been a point of success, but now it feels like there are still challenges ahead, like what it is that you've typically succeeded on. You've been recognized for the work you've put in. It feels as though there's competition. There's jealousy, there's a few forks in the road, a few oppositions here. But the 7 of Wands says that I hold the higher ground. I still have to keep going. Even if it's in opposition to what others want for me or what others want for themselves, and they're standing in an opposition to me. This is what I desire, and we will have the opportunity to keep going, holding on to the faith, believing. We've got a Knight of Pentacles. So in the recent past, it's been slow, strategic, one foot in front of the other. It feels as though with the Knight of Swords in the now position, the energies are starting to pick up. They're coming in quicker. Right? We've got a Knight of Pentacles, which is Virgo energy. Earth, which Earth we know is very slow moving, needs that security. But this Knight knows where he's heading. This is like all about planning, strategizing for that goal, whatever that goal is. Whatever that Ace of Pentacles is that this Knight is holding. So we've got Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, slow-moving, grounded energies. It feels as though the energies are starting to pick up. They're becoming a little bit lighter, a little bit more, can be explosive here. We've got fire and air in the now. This is what we're hoping to manifest. This is what's on our mind. Possible outcome is the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Queen of Wands, creative, magnetic, powerful, action-orientated, very much about her desires. She's holding the Ace of Wands, is she not? Let's see, because Queen of Wands, she knows her worth, and she knows she's very powerful, and what she wants to create, she can create, as long as she trusts that she's got the ability to do that, trust that she could be the leader in a situation. It's Two of Cups. Two of Cups is, yes, it can be love, but it can also be where work and vocation is concerned. Queen of Wands, as I said, very creative, very... she's very intuitive as well. She trusts in what her higher self is telling herself. Sometimes the Queen of Wands can come through as just very, very powerful. Just like with the with Pluto finishing up in Capricorn. Capricorn is the patriarchy, it's the masculine, right? And we know the patriarchy is coming to an end as the matriarchy is growing and becoming much more powerful. So matriarchy means obviously the more nurturing yin energy, where there's power, the power to birth, the power to create, where the matriarchy and where the yin energy through nurturing, loving, creating, right? And there are like power struggles. It's like an opposition, just like we've got the square between Venus and Mars, the lovers of the zodiac, squaring off to each other, which is a difficult aspect, but it says, and we know that the Venus, which is the yin energy, the more maternal frequency, is leading as she is squaring off to Mars. Mars is following, but they're in a square aspect, and they first connected, dear friends, together at the degree that Pluto is on now, at that 0 degree of Aquarius. And Aquarius is about the future. It's about freedom. It's about detaching. It's about friendship. It's about wishes and dreams and friendships. Remember, Aquarius rules the natural 11th house, which is also, if we're looking at it for career, if we're looking at this as a career option, and Aquarius is very futuristic, very internet-based, very much about socializing, but also having that intelligent mind, being the maverick, doing things differently, trying different things. And remember that that 0 degree of Aquarius is also where Saturn and Jupiter conjoined back in 2020. So it was that 0 degree is a very important point in the sky. So look back to what was going on in February, March this year when they connected, and now they're in a square, which says that they're willing to do the work. So remember, Venus is value, money. Mars is action. It's the, he's very combative. He's very cutting. He could be very cutting. He could be on fire as he's in an air sign. Mars is fire, and in an air sign is like a blowing up of the energy. Remember, Jupiter expands on everything he touches. Maybe this is the masculine archetype ready now, has decided to take the action, to have the confidence to strive to catch up, let's say, because we see the yang energy left behind. It's the yin energy that's leading at this time. So if we look at Mars as a malefic planet, because Venus is a benefic, Mars is a malefic planet. This could also say that the Mars archetype, the masculine, now is like needing to make a decision, needing to take action, needing to move, needing to communicate, because Mars is in Gemini. And that could be literal movement. It could be the action right? The energy into moving, into communicating, into deciding, into doing the work, let's say, relative to even business, because Mercury does speak to commerce, does speak to business, does speak to journalism, does speak to revisiting the past. Remember, Mercury and the Sun are in good aspect to Mars and Jupiter. They're in good, positive aspect. So whatever's going on now relative to the past that we're revisiting, there is the ability to, yes, to take action, yes, to be confident, yes, to find the resolution, yes, to surgically remove any fears, anxiety, a lack of being able to move, a lack of moving. This is taking action. Remember, nights are all about movement. This could be literal movement. Yes, this could be travel. This could be taking action. We see that we go from Earth here, which is slow, strategic, one step at a time, and the energies are picking up. Right? So if we look at the Queen of Wands, this is the feminine archetype, let's say, because we see a queen, let's say. Queens are all about knowledge. Maybe there is the knowledge now and the ability to create through confidence, through the desire. Now, we know fire is also masculine. So this could be a divine feminine that's her masculine side is coming out, is being activated now. But also, this could be also through the feminine nurturing, compassion and love and generosity, I'm going to say, because she could be very generous, obviously. There's the ability to move forward and to create. Two of Cups. There's the Ace of Pentacles. This is the path that's opening up to this partnership. This could be a new home for some of you. This could be a new relationship, a new business project, venture, after a death, after an ending. And we've got Scorpio very strong here, major arcana. We've got Taurus and Scorpio, which is all about finances, self-worth, having the resources, needing to believe that what's leaving our life is going to make space for something new. Remember that this full moon squared off to Taurus and Scorpio. So maybe this square, maybe the blockage here was, I'm not certain whether I can continue on this path, because either I don't have the resources, or I don't think I'm worthy of this, or I don't think I'm being valued. And maybe, resources and finances are playing a major role as well here, which could have been a big issue, stunting, following the heart, which is what Leo is in the Leo season. Now it's like, who cares about the resources? Who cares if I feel as though I've been valued? Who cares if I don't feel as though I'm worthy of this? I'm still going to create. I still can give birth. I need to hold on to the faith. This could be an ending of a partnership, a relationship as well. It could be an ending to a cycle and opening up a new cycle as well. Ten of Pentacles. Usually Ten of Pentacles is a marriage card, and the Ten of Pentacles turns into the Ace. So we see a major cycle closing up here. The general energy is the agreement. The general energy is being on the same page. This could be a soulmate connection for some of you, yes. And Temperance. Temperance, which is Archangel Michael saying that there's an alchemy going on. healing needs to happen. Divine timing is at play. Now, some of you could be at a physical distance from your person. Temperance, remember, is Jupiter. Sagittarius, which could be foreigners, distant lands. It could also play a major role, our beliefs, what I grew to believe, and what I need to change about what I believed. So when the change happens within us, internally, then our external environment also changes, because we take action towards what is within, we create without. Three of Swords. So there has been heartbreak, disappointment in the past. Could be relative to a family situation. For some of you, this could also be someone having passed. Some beloved family member having passed on. And there could be something relative to inheritance here. Some sort of a disagreement with a family member, and now a possible agreement, because the path opens up. This is an opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles can mean many, many things. Let's see what else comes through. What's coming through, please, Spirit? What's going on just after this full moon in Aquarius, and as the moon comes up to conjoin with Saturn and oppose Venus? We've got the tree, which can speak to family or a spiritual connection, matters to do with the past. The tree is Saturn in Capricorn. It's like we're needing to be mature. We need to be grounded. Maybe the energies are grounding us. This can also speak to personal growth and health, matters of health, healthy relationships. We've got the Storks, which speak to a new home, possibly transition, and a cycle, a new cycle opening up relative to a yearning of a new nest, a new home, a new situation, which could provide us with security, whether it's love, partnership, finances. We've got the Queen of Cups here. Queen of Cups is like remember, she's like the minor arcana to the High Priestess. Trust your intuition. Pay attention to your dreams. As the moon is transiting through Pisces the next couple of days, we can have very prophetic dreams with Pisces, which is very spiritual, very much about having that look into the unknown, being able to see in between, the veil and reality, what's true, what's not, what has been hidden, the ability to see in between the realms. We've got a divine masculine here, more so earth and water. Looks like they're wanting to make an offer here. He's holding a rose. This is the boy next door, someone that's very free-spirited, very relaxed, someone that doesn't get stressed out very easily. There could be someone who takes their sweet old time, like the Knight of Pentacles here. We've got the clock, which is Saturnian, so it speaks to timing, but also maybe some sort of a maturing process relative to or a time necessary for this offer to come in, or this new cycle relative to a spiritual connection, long-standing maybe connection, could be a spiritual or past life connection as well, that's taken its sweet old time. This could also be a new cycle, a new home. This divine masculine here needing time, having great changes relative to connected to their family. Could be family of heritage. Children can also be involved here because of the Storks. We've got the Jupiterian energy, the ship, which can speak to a foreigner, can speak to someone that comes from a different part of the world, but there's a transition. The ship speaks to Jupiter in Sag. It could speak to travel, a farewell, a departure from a past cycle. There's a new adventure, a new journey that's opening up here. It's very positive. And the clouds clear, the doubts clear as the sun breaks through the clouds. The birds are messengers. So there will be communication and some truths, and birds have got a bird's eye view. They've got the ability to see and therefore not have the doubts. And we've got a King of Wands here. But we've also got the snake, which the snake, of course, does speak to fears. This is Moon in Cancer. So maybe in, what can I say, 2, 4, 6, 8, in about 10 to 12 days, you may have the clarity as the moon is going to enter Cancer, obviously, in about 10 days from now. And we've got the Queen of Wands. To me, this is something that has been planned. Maybe the ability to do this is now, because there's been a deep craving, a deep sexual, maybe also secretive connection that was out of bounds, possibly because the snake can speak to a forbidden, secretive relationship, possibly because of someone being in another connection. The snake could be the other woman many times, but remember, the snake also speaks to forbidden knowledge. Maybe this full moon will bring us things that we need to know that were hidden from our viewpoint, from our understanding. This is also a card of wisdom. Wisdom, information coming in that was out of bounds, that we were not allowed to know about. Something about someone's personal life, their life, their public life. Something about choices, the stairways. Choices and opportunity. We've got the snake and the Garden of Eden. So obviously there's something about forbidden fruit. The forbidden fruit may have also been information if you were not allowed to know, let's say. Spirit says that we are meant to know things when we're meant to know. We do have Saturn here. So now we may have the understanding of what the blockages were. It could also be because Venus opposing Saturn, that's forbidden love, that's forbidden finances. And maybe we'll have the insights now as to what it is we need to do and what the blockages were, which could also be just someone going through a maturing process, someone needing time. Let's see what the advice is. What is the advice from Spirit, please? And we've got Door to Value. Beautiful card. Absolutely gorgeous. The door to value. So the value can be financial, materialistic. Right? It could be career, it could be anything, or it could be, it reminds me of the Ten of Pentacles that we did see here. Right? So someone being valued. The door opens, and we see the door open here. The portals are open. So something that we've wanted to create, to manifest. It's a 31, which equals a 4. 4 is Cancer. The natural Cancerian house, which is the moon, of course. Moon is anything that's hidden, right? The moon is also something to do with someone's living situation relative to matters of the past. Connected to family, connected to lineage, to our home of, our parents as well. So that inheritance comes in again for 4 is also the Emperor, which can speak to security, stability, someone taking charge, someone in control. Nevertheless, the door is open, and we had a new moon in Cancer not long ago, July 5th, and maybe now, because Leo is the heart. Leo is also the 5th house, which is the house of creativity, inspiration, flirtation. It's the heart, it's the inner child, it's the house of risk. Someone is opening the door and they're taking that risk. I want to read number 31 for you. And we'll take another layer here. New beginnings in finance or career. This card shows a door with a gold coin on it, opening to a place that's filled with light and bright potential. Money, coins, and jewels fly toward you through the open door, revealing a golden city beyond. You know, that's really interesting what it's telling me. In the golden ages, in the age of Kronos, Saturn, thousands of years ago, everyone's door was open. No one locked the doors. It was in the golden years. And remember that when Saturn lets us open the door, the rewards are major. They're huge. So there's something about riches, whether it's emotional, whether it's financial through career, whether it's being valued. All of this points to the potential for exciting new beginnings or expansions where work or money are concerned. Perhaps a new opportunity is totally unexpected, or perhaps it's something you've been working toward for quite a while. Either way, keep your eyes open for this new beginning to appear in your life. Know that anything you value may be open to you now. Remain conscious and creative and get ready to step through the door. So it looks like she's ready to step through the door. The Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. Remember, this could be any queen who's in their, in the energy of creating, being courageous, being on fire, following her desires, giving birth to something. Let's see. There's the golden coin. And we see the golden coin right here as a key. And the key, remember, the key Chiron in Aries, which is I, me, my, new beginning, new cycle, is in a positive aspect to the Sun and Mercury through Leo. So yes, the key is being given to us. The key unlocks many doors. Let's see why we've got the Knight of Swords now. What in the now? What is that about? We've got the Ace of Cups, so there is a new beginning. Your cup is going to be running over. Let's take another one. Oh my God. Oh my God. Everyone. This is amazing. So many opportunities right now. So many opportunities. The path is open. We are not all on the same timeline, so keep the faith. That's what Spirit is telling us right now. Let's see what's going on. Remember, the garden is a number 20. 20 is also the Judgment card, which is a moment of crisis. And it's the Eight of Swords, which is down here. Someone's going through a moment of crisis. They're doing surgery. The surgery can be literal, but it's more so metaphorical for me. So getting rid of that dead weight that's been holding them back. Maybe even fear of someone having fear of their reputation being tainted. If this is someone that's quite well known in their community, 6 of Wands comes before the 7. Now they're ready to surgically remove anything that's been holding them back relative to fear, because there's so much desire here for change, for this new cycle. We've got a Knight of Wands, 3 knights. Knight of Wands, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. Knight of Wands, the traveler. Someone feeling as though they're bound, and even though they're very free-spirited. Look, the Knight of Wands is someone that cannot be boxed, cannot be imprisoned, okay? They need to breathe. They need to be free, okay? Now here we've got a Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands, but they've got their backs to each other. The Knight of Wands is going back to the past. There's something that they need to discover, look at. There's somewhere that they need to go, but they've been in, where their perception is concerned, they felt that they could not move. Let's see what else. And we've got the World card. It may have been physical distance between you and another person. This could also be a business partnership where you come from different parts of the world. And maybe there's been some sort of connection in the past, which you may be revisiting now with this Mercury retrograde. But there was also a closing up of a major cycle in the past, the deeper past. Let's see what the Knight of Pentacles is, because he's facing the future. He's behind this Queen of Wands. And we see the Knight of Pentacles. It feels like the Queen of Wands has sort of turned her back on waiting and looking towards the future. And we see that the energy from the Knight of Pentacles turns into the Knight of Swords, which says the masculine archetype, let's say. We're going from slow to fast. They're trying to catch up. They're trying to not miss an opportunity, maybe. Because Queen of Wands, having turned her back, she's like saying, look, if you're not in this, I'm looking towards the future. I'm going to create on my own. I can give birth on my own. I've got the ability to do that. With or without you. 5 of Pentacles, different beliefs. Big differences between one partner, one person, and the other. Page of Pentacles fell out. The Magician, 4 of Cups, and 8 of Wands. Physical distance between you and a person, where someone was unhappy emotionally where they were. They did not feel that they had what they needed emotionally, even financially, I'm going to say. And we see the Page of Pentacles, and then we've got the Knight and the Magician here, which is, you know, the stars aligning for new beginnings, looking at something, studying something, because emotionally where we were was in a state of unhappiness, unfulfillment, or maybe there was a lack of communication and there was trickery because there was physical distance. This is like the Wands not having hit their target because the stars needed to align. The timing was maybe very important. Let's continue. I want to take another card on this 5 of Pentacles. 5, and the one that the Knight is holding, that's 6 of Pentacles. That's like reciprocity. But it could also say that someone is now ready to give to the person. If they had choices, they're ready to give where they were not giving enough. This is a very karmic situation going on here. It's like I've been giving to the wrong individual. I've been investing on on a wrong path, let's say. Let's see. And we've got the Six of Cups, possibly because of children. Look, there is nostalgia. There's a soulmate connection here for sure. There's nostalgia about the past. But there was such big social differences, possibly. Financial differences. Maybe that was the crack within a relationship or a partnership. Financially, there were big differences, which maybe was the rift within a relationship. Maybe even someone's beliefs, your beliefs. Let's have a look at the crowning. We've got a Page of Cups, which could be an offer, a messenger that comes in very unexpectedly. There's a lot of strategy here. 2 sevens. Sevens which are difficult turns, obviously. 7 is also the Chariot. Something to do with movement. Something to do with a communication on a decision that's been made about wanting to fight, whether it's out in the open, fight for whatever this creation is, whatever this desire is, whether it's out in the open or whether it's in a secret way. Page of Cups comes in, it's Pisces energy, comes through very unexpectedly. Yes, it could be an apology for some of you. For others of you, this could be a playful energy. It's a small offer nevertheless. And there's going to be a dilemma, or someone's made up their mind relative to a dilemma. 2 of Swords, remember, this is someone protecting their heart. So maybe this is someone that's not 100% sure yet, because the Page of Cups comes in as a page. Someone may be doubting that their apology also would be accepted because there's been trickery. Lots of Swords. There's a lot of worry about this offer. About an offer not being accepted, about the door not opening. Let's see what the outcome is. We've got the 9 of Pentacles. We've got the 10 of Cups. And we've got the 9 of Wands. 2 9s, which bring us to an ending of a cycle. The 10 of Cups is the cycle having ended and turning into the Ace. Yes, this could be someone that's going to be single. Someone knows their worth. I mean, we've got the family and we've got the singlehood here. So this Queen of Wands may have been the other woman. There could be someone that's in a family unit that has a small child that's coming to an end, because the 9 of Wands is I've been through a lot. We've got 2 9s. And you know, the 9 of Pentacles is very similar to the Empress energy. Of course, what she is missing is the Ace, which the opportunity is here. 9. So the month of September seems to be an interesting one. The 9th month, right? And we've got the 8 of Pentacles. So the Virgo, obviously, 2 Virgo cards here. This is saying don't give up. You're at the end of the tough cycle. This is someone being looked at as being very attractive, I would say, just like the Queen of Wands. She attracts, she magnetizes. So there is a lot of happiness and a lot of value here. Even though there's hard work, we've got the ability to create situations here. What's beneath the 8 of Pentacles? We've got the Queen of Swords. She speaks her truth. Queen of Swords. Knight of Swords. Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords. Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands. So we see the divine feminine a little bit more mature than the divine masculine. Let's see. What is this 2 of Cups about, please, Spirit? What is the general energy about? We've got the 5 of Swords, so there are third parties. There has been conflict and challenges, internal, external. But we've also got the 7 of Cups, which may open many doors. We've got a 5 and 7. The 5 and 7 play a fair bit here. So they're not easy. 5s and 7s speak to change, difficult turns, which will bring change. 4 of Swords, someone needs to go back and look at things, because the 5 and the 4, we go from the 5 to the 4, and that's 9 swords. We've also got a 7 and a 2, 9 swords. Someone is not sleeping well. Someone is waiting for that door to open, the door to value. And we've got a Page of Wands, so someone is ready to go on that adventure. Someone is ready to send that message out of desire. Aries energy. And we've got the King of Swords here. King of Swords, Queen of Swords. Some people are letting go of past hurts. We can have legal issues here as well, as we did have Knight of Swords. We've got the King and the Queen of Swords as well. We also had the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands here, which are 2 people that want the same thing, that desire the same thing. And we've got a Queen of Pentacles here. Queen of Pentacles is earth, and Queen of Pentacles is usually the mother. She's the minor arcana of the Empress. So it could be that the Divine Feminine is making up her choice, making up her mind, and choosing. And we've got the Queen of Swords here. Queen of Swords and Queen of Pentacles to me are very similar. Let's take of course, we know Queen of Swords and King of Swords. They could be people that are, you know, at each other's throats, going through separation process, or there's been a lack of communication or a lack of truths, and there may be truths coming in that will bring a lot of truths coming in that will bring opportunities here. Let's see emotionally what's going on, where the psyche is concerned. Let's see what's going on. Numbing. Someone trying to numb out the pain through drinking, through binging, through eating, through in any which way. This is deep, deep pain. Third party. And balancing the scales. Someone's found out about a third party situation, and that hurts a lot. So someone, we've got the union here, and we've got a return. Yes, we do have returns. We've got the Mercury retrograde. Wow. There is a union. Someone needed to go through freedom. Someone was in a situation that they didn't want to be in. Just like with the Knight of Wands here and the 8 of Swords. That's probably why the door opened to a third party situation, because the union was a very important union, right? And yes, maybe someone was in another union because of family, because of having children, because of them being very conservative and traditional and following what their parents taught them to follow, let's say. Whatever this return is, this is the material world is like the 10 of Pentacles. And if we look further back, there's crossroads, there's deception, there's choices because of a dream, something, not knowing if something is real or not. The material world says something can become, a dream can become physical, as long as a choice is made. And look at this, karmic partner, you see? So you understand the story roughly about what is going on. The balancing the scales is very Libra. It's very much about justice, possible separation, divorce, and someone's able to return. Let's pack these cards away, and I want to see what the news is with 3 Sibyllers. Okay. We've got the Queen of Wands here, this sweetheart. We've got merriment and happiness, but it's the Five of Cups, which says that there may be third parties. Five of Cups is like mourning the past. What, those 3 cups that are spilt, 2 cups were still standing though, right? So if this was an old partnership or relationship, there's no point in crying over spilt milk or a chapter where you had to mature and grow and learn. And we've got the Viaggio, the voyage is here. We've got the Knight in shining armor coming in. 3 of Wands, this is someone coming from a distance. The voyage, which started in the deep past, is now, this Knight is unblocked. Their perception of being blocked and trapped is finished now. Okay? And we've got the Two of Cups in the house, the casa. What can I say? We've got melancholy. The divine feminine does not believe. 5 of Pentacles, she feels unworthy. This is what needs to change. Oh my goodness, look at that. Just look at that. They look like the twins. The divine masculine is fantasizing and possibly also continuing on what it is that they desire to act upon, because it's the 7 of Wands, which is up here. They're thinking, I'm going to continue. I want to manifest this dream. And then we've got the divine feminine here. You could swap the archetype. 5 of Pentacles, she feels like she hasn't been valued, or whatever she's left behind hasn't been easy for her. Yeah? Possible separation, divorce. 2 of Pentacles, things being up in the air. And 6 of Swords, tormented by the physical distance. Tormented because those ships took forever to come in. And what was she waiting to come in? The omaggio de preziosi, something precious that she holds here now. It could be a materialistic situation, something that she's holding on to, that she's hoping to create. We see a meeting. We do see an age difference, a maturity difference, nevertheless. Lots of emotional stuff going on here. Lots of cups, lots of water. Beautiful. Beautiful, everyone. If this is relative to a relationship, let's take the Island Time Wellness and end up with that. Let's see what comes through. Remember, this is a general reading and will not resonate for everyone. And I'm going to say, for some of you, if the Queen of Wands is someone that is single, she's come out of another commitment, she's single and she feels as though she's going to be left on her own, she's going to grow old as a single individual, well, that's not going to happen. And that's what the surprise will be, I believe, here. It's like her knight in shining armor, or the good news comes in at the last moment. But there's something about letting go of the mourning, another relationship of the past, because that's sort of what is blocking this meeting, this connection, this relationship, this partnership. And this could also be a mirroring that both parties are going through similar situations. So let's see what's going on. Self-indulgence. Focus on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. That was that numbness card, right? Healing heart. Someone needs to be healed. Healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. And that is also another message here, that some people are breaking through those blockages of healing cycles that they've been through in the past, whether it's physical health, because remember, Virgo is about physical health. whether it's healthy relationships, could be friendships, could be business partnerships, could be anything. And we've got not enough, frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, and jealousy. The Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, and change mind. That's like I've made up my mind last minute. Even though it felt as though it's not going to happen, the Phoenix here rises. Coffee cup, meetings and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, and friendship. And photograph, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, and making new memories. Remember the return card. Not today, not dealing, hurt, avoiding conversation, call person, boundaries, and still angry. Yeah, endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. Some of you need more time. For some of you, your person needs more time. But the coffin is the Scorpio card also that we did see. Big endings, new beginnings. Okay? So I think that that's it for today. I want to thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. If you're interested in a personal reading, don't hesitate to reach out. Also, join us on Patreon. The love readings for August, the individual love readings, are on Patreon. If you're interested and you want to support this channel to bring you more free content, joining us on Patreon does help us keep bringing you free content here on YouTube. A special thank you to our patrons and to those that won the free readings today, tomorrow. In 2 days, you will have your readings, your free readings, and look out for the new winners. The new winners for August. We will be taking those in the next couple of days. So if you join us now, you will be in the run for a free reading. And there are no ads on Patreon, everyone. So thank you so much. Also for your donations recently, and you know who you are. A special, special thank you. I've been talking with some clients, some friends, clients that have become friends recently, who have been waiting for that special person to come back, and we're seeing breakthroughs recently, promise of returns. We're still not out of the Mercury retrograde, so if it hasn't happened for you yet, maybe it will until end of August. For others of you, if not this Mercury retrograde, maybe next Mercury retrograde. We're not all in the same timeline. But as I said, I do look at the collective energy, right? What's going on in the collective, and there are many, many similarities happening from one situation to another, from one person to another. So this was a very, very positive reading. I hope that it resonates, even some of it. Thank you so much, my darlings. Join us tomorrow on the Twin Flame Soulmate and Karmic Possible Relationship. Karmic relationships are about lessons and growth. So they're all necessary in our lives. And is there anything else I need to tell you? Nothing is coming to mind right now. Okay, yeah, one last thing. Patrons also get a discount on personal readings. So that's something that I also wanted to let you know. I'd love to hear from you. You can write to me, divinedebut11@gmail.com. Let me know what's going on with you. Some people do share their stories with me, of course, in private through email. I am willing to listen. I read all my emails. Thank you so much for sharing your personal story with me. And what else can I say? Good luck, everyone. And let's look forward now to coming out of these challenging aspects in the next 3-4 days, let's say. And we're coming up to some positive and helpful surprises and turns of events. So stay strong, stay vigilant. Don't stop believing. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. Love to you all. Namaste.